Hello, I'm Greg Holloway, and welcome to the Common Sense Texans video debate among the Republican gubernatorial candidates, Rick Perry, Kay Bailey Hutchison, and Deborah Medina. Each of the candidates will be presented with 10 questions that have been prepared by grassroots conservatives around the state. Now let's go to one of these questions right now.
I don't think a governor or anybody else, not a lieutenant governor, not a speaker, can force the legislature to do anything. I think we can make a good argument, and last session of the legislature, I think we missed a great opportunity to protect one of the most important privileges that we have in this country, and that's the right to vote. And making sure that there's not fraud, making sure that someone's not manipulating that process makes all the sense in the world to me, to be able to have someone show up at their voting place with a photograph ID. Here's who I am. Here's my picture. Here's my card, and I am who I say I am. That's pretty simple. And I think whether you're a Democrat, Republican, or an independent, the vast majority of the people of the state of Texas, they respect that and they want that. So you had a small group of activist legislators, mostly Democrat, if not all Democrat, who said, you know, we don't want that because it's going to suppress voting. Nonsense. And this next session of the legislature, one thing they do understand, and that is the governor has the ability to keep them in town until they address some issues. So I guess I might as well put them on notice today. We're going to do voter ID in 2011. We can either do it early or we can do it late. Their call.
Yes, well, I have voted for ID in the United States Senate. I think a photo ID for voting just maintains integrity in our voting system, and I don't see why anyone would object to knowing that we do everything we can to have the integrity of our voting system, because that's the foundation of our democracy. So I would certainly work with the legislature. I want to be a participant with the legislature and work and lead the legislature to do the essential functions of our government. And I would try to bring all the parties together and see how we could go forward in a common goal, which is the integrity of our voting system.
Well, I think that question is a little bit of a misdirection. Many in Texas are under the impression that we have to have picture ID in order to ensure that only legally valid voters vote. Unfortunately, our leadership hasn't shared with us the fact that in the state of Texas we issue legal Texas ID driver's licenses, if you will, to illegal immigrants. Passing a picture ID bill when we are issuing that very picture ID to illegal immigrants does nothing to make sure that we have only legal individuals voting. The real issue here is cleaning up the roll, cleaning up the voter registration process, and cleaning up the issuance of Texas driver's license. I believe when Texans understand the process, it will be very clear and our legislature will be able to move. We had a bill in this past session that would have prevented the issuance of Texas driver's licenses to illegal immigrants in our state. It would have required everyone applying for a driver's license to demonstrate that they were in the state legally. It would have created a different form of license for those that are visiting here with a visa. It would have required them to renew that license on an annual basis. Unfortunately, without leadership from the governor, that bill died in committee. That must be fixed. None of us want people voting who should not be voting. But the fact is, the place that most illegal voting occurs is in the ballot by mail system. because we have inaccurate voter rolls. We must put our focus on cleaning up the registration process, making sure that the roll reflects only those people who are legally and legitimately able to vote in the state of Texas.